All right, let's see. Where was I when I left off? Okay, so it looked like I had some sort of bug that didn't allow it to print out on the correct outside cycle. Was it? Somehow it printed out on the outside cycle here, but completely not here. Cycle. Let's go ahead and print out the current. Glad that my R key is back and working. Okay, so it's pulling the correct things. Yeah, it's pulling the correct values. Why is it leaving it blank? Top side answer start C. I mean, it's the same. Start RC. Start RC is my current at D. Why would it pull it correctly for the outside cycle and not for the inside cycle? Oh, or for the pull it incorrectly for the outside, correctly for the inside. Where is it going? Guess I should probably just print out. Oh no, my R. Back to the same weird bug with typing R's. I need to figure this out at some point. Maybe it's my Chrome. Start R. Hopefully it's not like some sort of key logger bug. Wow, it's really weird. Okay, maybe just those two. Okay, interesting. It's not even doing the correct number of times. Oh my god, I forgot about the negative ones. No, it's fine. It's not incrementing the correct number of times. Am I using the wrong variables? Am I overwriting the variables? Start R. Oh, mother of Lord, I forgot this line. Mother of Lord. Oh my god, I'm such an idiot. Probably should never code while sleepy. While that sleepy. I'm such an idiot. Do, do, do. Okay, no more printouts. This seems fine. It is kind of slow. I don't. Okay, it's it's a solution. Medium of the pack, middle of the pack. Is it because I'm creating the? Is it because I'm creating this thing? Because in theory I can pull it. No, can I? I take one pass to theory I can pull it. Kinda don't wanna. Oh, what am I doing here? I mean, trying to figure out whether I want to actually try to improve this in performance. Improvement would possibly be trying to reuse the current grid array rather than create a new answer array. Improvement would be not having two passes. Yeah, that's the main thing. This is two passes over instead of just doing one pass. But if I did one pass, I would need to know how to locate the correct address based on like the index, kind of the current value of cycle that I'm on. That seems like it'd be very buggy. Or like it'd be like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. It'd be very algebraic. I'd have to somehow map like 0 through some n number plus the length of the row plus the number of rows, the number of columns, and the start row for the cycle. I would need to map all 4 of those variables to some row and column position. Can I? Would I have to have if statements? Probably. I don't want to. I really don't want to. I mean, I guess. Can I? Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine not trying to do it. Move that. All right, I'm just gonna go to the summary. Okay, so the summary for this will be kind of a slow solution, but But basically try to get an array for every an array of values for every cycle in the grid. In the grid. Then use modular arithmetic. Is that how you spell it? Modular arithmetic to identify where the value should come from, and then put those values into the answer array. Okay. Yeah, use a lot of algebraic math to come up with the correct row and column positions based on the iteration of the index, based on the iteration of based on the loop. Okay, so you have your answer array, you pull, so like you pull a list of values for the outside cycle, you pull a list of values for the inside cycle. Your starting position for the pulling of this, their starting position would be cycle, comma cycle. So 0, 0, 1, 1 if there was like more inside loops than like 2, 2, 3, 3. You have a list that you're creating, so this list would be eventually of all ones, but you iterate over the positions of this first top side of the cycle, which could be here for the first cycle or here for the second cycle. And technically it'd be going from here to here, because then this is the starting position for the right side, here to here, and then the bottom side would be here to here, and then, or sorry, bottom side would be here to here, and then left side would be here to here, just being very precise about those positionings using the variables of start R, start C. Well, technically start R, start C could have been just cycle, but whatever. Start C, so if you iterate from here to here, you're using the start row as your fixed value. Your start row is always going to be 0 row or maybe 1 row for the top side. And then column is going to increment from this position to this position. If you're doing the right side, it's going to be moving the row variable and keeping the column variable fixed to be like the column variable fixed to be like columns minus, sorry, column minus 1. So just everything here is just very algebraic. Alright, and then similarly, once you have that, you do some modular arithmetic to figure out what index you're dealing with, and then pulling from the index back into the position within the answer array, which is going to match the kind of position that you pulled from in the original array. Again, but you're using the index in this index into the list of values of that cycle. Alright, time complexity is going to be O of n, no, O of mn, where mn is the size of the grid since it does 2 passes over all positions of the grid one to pull and pull values, and one to assign values. Slowness, in theory, this can be done with one pass. If I had more brain power and could come up with the correct formula to derive positions based on kind of loop count, iteration count, the number of columns, the number of rows, and your starting point, or the cycle count. Space complexity is going to be O1, since no extra space is needed. Space is needed, although in theory could have reused the space of the kind of grid parameter. Okay,